meeting. I shall all be on our feet as we welcome the regional minister into the house, Dr. Amoakohene is in the house. Sir, you are most welcome. The distinguished regional minister of the Ashanti region is in the house.
We can resume our seats.
The minister's dedication to the region has started inspiring all of us here. Would you agree with me? Yes. And before he does, he runs from Sawari as he welcomes you to the congratulations.
The two folks say to Swami to marry I was to seek a job of his naming paid. A bike opening, any have to go for. I shall show for, naming the foundation. Name watching from Martinez. Today, we gather here this blessed day to dedicate a song to Dr. Amoakohene, who is the newly nominated Ashanti Regional Minister. Dr. Amoakohene is a prominent figure in Ghana. He is known for his dedication towards youth leadership, governance and which is youth. May he also has an MBA from the Accra Business School. He has served as the regional secretary for MPs. Anokwa Onipaya Esale is from the Juma Duty. He was recently nominated as Ashanti Regional Minister, of which we all know he deserves it. And I'm a one. So we are here today in his manner. This man has been too much of a deliberate person to his problem making everything quintessential. You know me and my today. You said that she has to say yes or no, and I'm the one. So that she know me and show the human and channel is for now, Miss Maya for one. Say any and I'm the one. So please, if we are all here in the gathered here today, I want all of us to honor Mr. Amoakohene because he has done a lot for Ghana as a nation, his career in politics, and the nation as a whole. You know, he said, Papa, you're on to teach us young for us. I mean, student welfare is one of his priorities. He takes us through everything we do. No, on that, or sorry, because that's really nice. Thank
you very much for that. Good morning, everyone. Another educational heads and directors, headmasters, students present here. I want to first thank you all for making it to this session of the Ashanti Fest 2025. And also, I want to bring you warm greetings from His Excellency the President, Dr. Ahmad Mahama, on whose support he thought it wise and appointed me to serve as the regional minister to administer the region and also see to the smooth running of government, policies and business in the Ashanti region. The Ashanti region is strategically located and positioned in Ghana, such that our potential in every sector still remains untapped. Those of you who have studied the map of Ghana for some time realize that you cannot access the nation's capital from the north without going through Ashanti region. And you cannot do vice versa from Accra to the north without going through the region, east to the west and west to the east. So it makes Ashanti region a very diversified region when it comes to every sector of our economy. Health, education, green industry, agriculture, and all the other sectors you can think of as far as the region is concerned. So what it means for us is that we need to be able to rally everyone around in order that we will be able to develop the potentials of the Ashanti region to the very fullest, and also be able to, as it were, restore some former glories of the region in order that we will be able to continually serve as the beacon of hope and the star of the nation. For this in mind, the government, and for that matter, the ARCC, together with Manama, we have decided to bring on board some key interventions that will help uplift the living and the region and be able to develop our potential skills. The whole concept of the Ashanti Festival 2025 came up after the Independence Day sanitation exercise. Some of you here gathered were present for the Independence Day sanitation exercise. I want to thank you for making yourself available. I mean, some of your cadets, they're all here for some of these exercises. And subsequent to that, we had a conversation, and the conversation was that most of the youth of the region look elsewhere when they seek for either entertainment, education, or even trade and business, because they have come to the realization that we have less activities that unite us together as a people. I asked the question of what we need to do together as young people to make the region vibrant again. That was where the idea of the Ashanti Festival, known as the Ashanti Festival, came on board. When it came on board, I decided that I would build a program to the people to get you to help us organize it, sector by sector, so that we will be able to achieve efficiency. Starting live from Saturday, those of you who have been following, we dedicated Saturday for cleanliness, and we were able to conduct successfully across all the districts, all the municipals, and all the metropolitan assemblies. On that same day, on Saturday, we held sports competition, also at the Parliament Stadium, where Aspa FC, Benin FC, Kumasi All-Stars, and then the journalists, team from the sports journalists, equally played at the Parliament Stadium. I want to congratulate everyone who participated in that activity for making it a success. In the evening, we also witnessed boxing night, which saw most of our boxing and our sports personalities coming on board to making sure that we go or we get a successful program. I want to especially thank the Minister for Sports and Education, Honorable Mufiadan, for helping us and supporting us through the program. And also thank Mr. Sharaf Mahmoud, who is the CEO for Leadership Rights Sport, who supported us throughout that sporting program. The catch there from the program is that we want to use the Ashanti Fest to get sponsorship and support for the talents we have in the region. And frankly, after the sports, activity and the football, we've had the sports minister adopting Aspa FC to support them throughout the next Ashanti Festival so that we will be able to access the university. And also Mr. Sharaf Mahama supporting or adopting the Benin FC and providing same support for them throughout the process. Yesterday, we held events with regards to the fashion industry. And I'm mentioning this because we had some students from the second cycle institutions joining and also displaying the crafts that we have in these various departments. We was held at the Battery Park yesterday in the afternoon. It was a very good program. In the evening, we proceeded with the fashion night. Those of you who were there, you realized how beautiful and how colorful it was. Again, we have a CEO for NIP, that's the National Entrepreneurial and Innovation Program. Honorable LTD being present and also supporting some business and entrepreneurs to provide them support so that they will be able to set up through their Jumeirah policy and also be able to support those who want to learn a skill program through the National Apprenticeship Program. We want to especially thank His Excellency the President for bringing on board this initiative and also thanking, I want to thank the CEO for it, for also coming on board to support our businesses. The good news is that they are launching a project known as the Jumeirah policy or the Jumeirah project. And after experiencing such a wonderful program yesterday, we are promised to hold the launch of that program here in Ashanti, right here in this auditorium. So these are the interventions Ashanti First is bringing to us. Today is for education, science, and technology. And we are gathered here to hold 7 debate competition and science and technology fair right here in this auditorium and also at the compound. I want to wish us all the best. As students gathered here, they are all one people. And move upstage to participate in this contest. Let's take it as though we are all one people trying to show off our talents. I'll try to support your schools. One thing that you should not move on a tangent where it is becoming like a competition against another school among others. We are all one people. You will do well to support some students who show or who exhibit great talents here on this very platform. And as much as possible, I want to take 2 students from each of the schools that are participating to provide them with scholarships to support their education at their various levels as part of my contribution for the Ashanti First educational session for this 2025 program. It doesn't mean the president is committed to education at all levels, from the basic to senior high school to university education, and also committed to educational sector in Ashanti. President, the president is committed to helping us complete most of the schools that are yet to be completed. They will be able to make it available for those by students. Again, I've seen on the media a lot of calls from some of the schools that have been affected by the rainstorm that occurred some few weeks ago. Thankfully, we've been able to get some roofing sheets and other building materials to be able to support these schools that were affected. Distribution has started today, and we are hopeful that we should be able to support the schools to move and resume learning and teaching activities. Again, we've had some people coming on board to support us with some laptops, some desks that will be coming to support some of the schools with. And also, on Saturday last week, we visited Lake Kumasi as part of the preparation for the Ashanti Festival Carnival that was going to hold at Kumasi. When we went there, we met this young man, 9 years, young boy actually, was able to tell us the history of his reception coming to me and all the cultural significance of faith. I'm sure that many of you saw it. He made only 2 requests that we support them with exercise books and things. We have been able to bring as many exercise books as possible. And by that request from that young man, we will equally want to support every school gathered here with samples of those exercise books and pens, so we can even benefit from that project as well. In ending, tomorrow will be for cultural display. So I'm sure that some of the schools will equally participate. We will equally do a food fair. So I'm sure that we'll have some of the home students coming into that school. We will do cooking competition and eating competition as part of the activity for tomorrow. On Wednesday, we will take a break and reorganize for the additional programs. On Thursday, we will hold a session for the health community. We will do medical training and we will do blood donation, and we have provided some facilities that will support the clothing service. So we will launch them on Thursday. On Friday, we will go to the Kumasi. On Saturday, we will go for Parkway Annual Festival. There are youth over there who are very crafted with wood carving among others. On that Saturday, we will go to Boni, or Boni Campaign Festival. We will have a musical concert, and we will equally have a night for the Kumasi stars. We set up a team for the Kumasi and the creative arts industry. And that committee has come up with an intervention to support their industries and also to support the schools. So they seek to participate during your various entertainment programs. So you draw a schedule so that you can see all the stars you see in your respective schools during the entertainment programs. So we are packaging the Ashanti First that we can collaborate between all the sectors make sure that we complement each other and be able to bring on board the development we want for Ashanti region. Those of you who want to be like me when you grow up, I'm sure that most of you want to be medical doctors, lawyers, and not others. I started just like you have started. Those of you at those who I started from Pama SK. I moved to Yamasi SK, Pama SK, Abuna SK. Before a lot of schools I had to attend. My dad was a head teacher, so everywhere he was transferred to, I was his handbag and I was following him around. I settled again at also for house graduate school. Then before I moved to St. Winkel's Primary School, I did. And from I moved to St. Winkel's JHS for 3 months. Then I moved to Anglican JHS for 2 months. Then I moved to St. Mary's JHS before I got moved to